execution style. You say this frustration is my inspiration. What is your biggest frustration then, let's say, from the time we are living in now?
Boy, I don't have like
no, because you were saying this frustration is my inspiration. Any frustration.
Yeah,
okay, let's say frustration, let's say even when you're buying something in the shop and it isn't available, that's even a frustration. Or, no, or is it bigger when you're watching TV, the journal, I don't know?
Yeah, it's bigger stuff. Like, yeah. I'm pretty mellow. I mean, I don't freak out like a lot of people like in the States, you know, this stuff like, you know, when people are in traffic and they get mad, they get out and shoot people, you know, it's like, I'm not like that. Even if I'm in traffic, I'm cool. You know, my lifestyle, we can't be like that. We go to the airport to fly. We fly every tour. We get 50, 60 flights, whatever. You gotta be in the airport. You just have to put in your mind, it's gonna be long, bored. Bring stuff with you. So that's what I do. I bring a lot of CDs, you know, stuff that I keep myself occupied. But I meant more serious stuff. This frustration, you know, personal, sometimes frustration with whatever, you know, around you, or the world itself. You know, when you look at on TV and what's going on, that's, you know, part of the inspire you to do something.
Let's say then it's to write, let's say, the lyric or the song, or to capture your feeling in a song. What is the thing? Do you want to do? Because sometimes artists really want to do something. They want to speak out. Do you want to speak out? Do you think that as an artist you have to say about something? You have to say about the state the world is in, or you just write a song and that's it?
I personally like more the fact just write a song and let the song speak out. Because I think most of the artists just want to get their face on it. Okay. You know, make sure that they get their advertise with whatever they are doing, you know.
No, because you don't use, let's say, actually the hard words, what you're frustrated about. You just say, this frustrates.
And it's not just me. I think, I hope the fans can use that as well, you know, and use that frustration to some source of inspiration in their own life. A lot of my songs are that I share with my fans a lot. And we think a lot alike because I'm still a fan. I'm very happy, like, right now, I just saw there's been some reviews of this tour where people are saying, Max, look, you know, on the stage, feels like he's back as he was like 15 years old, jumping like crazy. I stopped drinking and stuff on this tour. I feel very alive right now, you know, and I like that, and I like to share that with my fans. And yeah, I blow a couple years that, you know, that I could have done things different, you know, in Sepultura days, you know, when I was really out of control. I don't know how I'm not dead. It's a miracle. But anyway, that's another story. That's back in the Brazil days.
But what has then brought this for you, let's say, some kind of satisfaction you have now? Is there some kind of, let's say, when did this feeling came to you then? That you now let people
music, say... Again,
let's say, with the recording of this album? Or?
With the prophecy has a lot to do with it. It uplifts me. I realize more and more, realize that, you know, in put in perspective, I'm on the few in now 20 years, 2 decades, the only Brazilian pretty much that could travel the world and do as much concert and this, you know, it's quite special, you know, it's not something that I should just throw it out of the window without caution, you know, so I do take that as a serious commitment, and I had to make certain adjustment in my lifestyle to fit that. So one of them is like take care of the music first before anything else, you know.
So no drinking anymore?
Well, I don't drink now in the moment, you know. I like to, but I know if I do, it's going to affect the show.
Okay.
You know, so I decided I'm extreme anyway. Everything I do is extreme. So if I'm going to do it, when I start this tour, I say I'm not even touching one thing. So I've been drinking like a lot of coffee, Red Bull, and tea. but
so now you don't sleep anymore. You just have too much Red Bull.
I try to sleep. Okay. It's good to sleep, you know. But it was kind of like necessary because I knew that I was going to come here and disappoint a lot of people that have been following me for so many years, and I felt, I don't know, maybe it was a wake-up call that came from nowhere. Nobody told me like, you gotta stop doing it. It was totally me. It was my own decision, you know, out of the blue. And it was nothing like this born again Christian crap, you know, none of that shit. You know, it was just me with my own self, honest, brutally honest. Say, if I carry on like that, the shows will not be that good. I'm not being cool to my fans.
But is it, let's say, I'm just thinking, maybe it's not right. Just tell me if my thoughts are not right. Is it something to do that now you are completely free of the Sepultura legacy? That Soulfly is now an entity on its own. That you have come free from your past, and now Soulfly has risen from the ashes. Maybe the first 2-3 records you were still battling with the history of Sepultura.
Yeah, well, that's gonna follow me forever.
No, but let's say maybe now for yourself that you are totally accepted the Sepultura thing now. I don't know. I was just thinking now.
Could be, you know, like I said, it didn't have like an exact moment where you say, well, you know, Max changed. I did change from last year to this year. That's for sure. We play longer. I feel like better about the music again, like I did a long time ago when, you know, it was always music first. I mean, it was at some points in Sepultura where I would not do sound checks anymore, even in Soulfly. Okay. Well, I would do a whole tour without one sound check, you know, and I don't know why it was that, you know, it was like that, you know, it's just drink and just being kind of like we were kind of like not caring much, you know. Okay. Even though I love music all the time, and the Soulfly concert always being pretty good, I realized that at some point, if you keep building that, it's gonna get to you.
It's gonna get you.
It's gonna get you, and I'm like, I didn't want to, you know. I was like, it's too much burden. From what I asked God from the beginning to get out of Brazil and made it into music, and then to throw it away like that, you gotta be. I felt like I gotta be the biggest asshole in the world to ask for all that, get it, and then throw it all away for booze or drugs or whatever. It's stupid. Yeah. So I realized that, you know. Plus, it's music is a drug, best drug. I think. I really think the adrenaline of music, it's really a great drug, and for everybody watching that, kids, young kids that are starting bands, music is so powerful, man. It's beyond words.